Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Inga Cotton. I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Mobs, and these are Charter Mobs chats. We've been going live at 4 p.m. on weekdays to get families the information they need to find schools that are the right fit for their children. And today we are in the blog, we're featuring a new guest post. So the blog is sachartermoms.com. And the new post today is a guest post from these two wonderful teachers, Brianna Cadena and Olivia Sanchez, and they teach at Promesa Academy Charter School, which is on the west side of San Antonio. And so just to give you a sense of what they do, okay, so Brianna, actually, correction, Brianna is not a teacher, she's actually a counselor, so National Certified Counselor and Licensed Professional Counselor Associate at Promesa Academy Charter School. And then Olivia, raise your hand. Yay! So Olivia is a K-3 science teacher at Promesa Academy. So they wrote a guest post about Girl Talk Club, and actually we saw it on the Facebook page for Promesa. I loved it so much we wanted to feature it on the blog. So if you follow the link in the description of the video, that'll take you to the whole blog post with photos and everything. But I really wanted to have also a conversation with them to talk about Girl Talk Club, because I think it's an idea that a lot of families and schools could benefit from, and it also gives insight into what the culture is like at Promesa Academy, which is a really special place. So thanks for joining me on Charter Moms Chats.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to switch up the screen so that you guys are more visible because you're the interesting ones. Okay. So I want to back up a little bit because folks may not have heard of Promesa Academy because this is only the second year that it's been operating. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a relatively new school, and people might not be familiar with Promesa yet. So can y'all talk about Promesa Academy, like mission and vision?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the main thing for us is that when kids come through the doors, we aim to love them for who they are, right? We don't want to just teach them, math and literacy, but we care about their social and emotional learning. We try to make sure that we are coming at it in a holistic way. So we make sure that they are cared for, that they're loved, that we create a safe and welcoming place for them to really do their best, right? If a child comes in the door and they have not eaten or slept, it makes it extremely hard for them to even do their best when it's coming to learning about math and science and literacy. So our approach really is caring for the whole child. Yeah. So, I mean, whenever you come through our doors, we are, taking care of their breakfast, their lunch, we feed them suppers, and just trying to give them the tools in this life to tackle those challenges.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and I agree wholly. We do take care of the whole child. And I think another part of Promesa is that we also take care of our community. We really do care about our community and our families very, very much. I don't think we could do half the things we do at Promesa without our families. But that's just a testament to the relationship that we are building with our community.
Yeah, I really love the name that Ambika chose. Yeah. Promesa, I mean, quite literally translates into promise. And with where we're located too, it's so important to us that, we're servicing the community, that the community is involved. I mean, that is why we're here. We chose this location for a reason to care for the community itself.
Yeah, that's so important. And I'm grateful. I've gotten to know more about Promesa. I remember meeting Ambika Dani, the founder, like when she was still in the application stage. And I've been so impressed along the way. And like on the blog, like we have the enrollment guide blog post about Promesa. We've also had Stephanie Adams, who's really active with the Family Advisory Council. Like she's written a guest post about her school search, like how she wound up at Promesa. So it's doing great work. But I feel like the Girl Talk Club is a great way to present this story and this example that focuses in on a particular instance that demonstrates these values in action. And so in the blog post, you all talk about your own life experiences growing up and how that influenced wanting to create Girl Talk Club. So I was wondering if you could, share about those life experiences and why you thought Girl Talk was important at school.
Yeah, I mean, we have clubs after school. And so, as I was thinking about what kind of clubs the kids could really need. And thinking about the girls at our school, both Brie and I saw so much of ourselves in the girls here. And, for me growing up, I definitely faced a lot of feeling inadequate, feeling like I needed to change who I was to fit in. Definitely just kind of feeling like there was something else that I needed. When you think about a plant, and this is me as a science teacher, but a plant needs like certain things to thrive and to grow and to be, its best. And I wanted to create a club that would give that to our girls, that would give them a sense of self-worth in who they were as individuals. There are things that I'm still learning as a 30-year-old that we are trying to instill in them now, so that they have all of those years of practice and putting it into action, so that the things that we face and that we're struggling with as adults, they may not have to go through that they have the tools that they need. And so for me, and I know that Brie can relate as well, but I just wanted to create a space for them to come to and feel safe and loved and, appreciated for who they were.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when she came to me with this idea, I thought it was the best idea because just like her, I felt those struggles when I was a kid, and I didn't have people, or I didn't feel like I had people that I could go to or that I could come to and be like, I have a question about this. Can I ask you it? I didn't feel that way. So when she came to me with the idea, I said, that's great. I think having a place where girls feel like they belong, have community outside of their own classrooms, have community outside of their own school, but with girls from different grades, it's awesome. Like I see kinders now seeing each other, kinders and third graders, and they know each other. And I'm like, oh, that's because of us. We did that. It's awesome to see. They take care of each other.
Yeah. And, girl, as a young girl in third grade, I was not trying to go to my mom for certain questions, like there is just that like, oh, mom, like that's embarrassing. And so, just really trying to create like a safe place for them, but a place like an open line of communication, and I'm so honored that like we're going to be here like until they're in 8th grade, and so even further, and so to get the chance to like establish those roots now for them, it's only going to make it easier for them to kind of communicate when things start really becoming real, when like puberty starts and boys and like, the things that they go through are going to become much more
large,
front and center for them.
Yeah, I have, without embarrassing my daughter too much, she's a 6th grader. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean, like as a mom, like, yeah. And I think back about how it felt at that age. And yeah, I think it's great that you all are able to think back to how it felt growing up and able to relate to your students that way. That's really important.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So in the blog post, you give some examples of the activities that y'all do at Girl Talk. So I was wondering if you could share about those. And I admit I had to kind of look up what an anchor chart was, but then it made sense.
I think it's just a school thing. But I think everyone was so excited about the first one that we did, because that was the one that we posted first. We did a spa day, which girls were hyped about. They were so excited because some of them didn't even know what the word self-care meant. And we wanted to show them that the first thing that we wanted to talk about was self-care, because they do need to take care of themselves and they do need to feel good about themselves and love themselves. So we had, what did we have that day? We had cucumbers for their eyes.
We made like a
avocado
honey mask.
Yeah.
We had like sparkling water, which they, girls that age are like sparkling water, but it was just, we were trying to create that essence for them of like feeling like pampered, and that it's, it doesn't take a lot, and that you don't need to go and buy an expensive face mask. Like you can make it with 2 ingredients in your kitchen, 3, And I mean, even now girls are like, is there going to be another spa day? Like, are we going to do that again?
Yeah. And I think what else we did that day was they wrote letters to themselves, which we thought was incredibly powerful and beautiful. It was a prompted thing, and they talked about, what they love about themselves, what they think they're good at, what they think that they can grow on. They talked about things that were positive about themselves, which is really what we try to foster in Girl Talk, is positive self-talk. We hear too much in schools, negative self-talk and saying that they can't do it and that they can't do this, they can't do that. Well, we just try to foster that. Love yourself and you can do anything. I think, what else have we done?
So we've done different like anger charts talking about, what is bullying.
Yep.
And just really trying to hone in on that. Yes, bullying can be peer-to-peer, but that it can also be like to yourself.
Yep.
And recently we did an activity where we had them look in mirrors and try to find something that they loved about themselves, whether it was the color of their eyes or their skin, their hair. And then we put them in front of like a large mirror and they were looking at themselves and they turned around and all the girls would say something, oh, we love your, how tall you are, and it was just really cute to not only see them fostering that self-love, but that they were able to receive that from others as well.
Yeah. So we've done a lot of activities like that. We just really want to focus on self-love, love for the community, and just making sure that they know they have somebody to fall back on, which it doesn't even just have to be us, but their friends in the club as well.
Yeah. Yesterday we did collages. So we had them go through magazines and try to just like pick through like, what makes me me? What do I like? What kind of things represent who I am as a person? And to see the array of things that the girls chose. Like one girl had just nothing but cheese, like just cheese sticks, cheese pizza, like string cheese, mac and it was just really, really, interesting. And they all were all working together.
It was beautiful,
and, just trying to create that like self-identity. This is who I am, and who I am is enough and is worthy is our goal for sure. And we're trying to plan something for like the end of this year to where we can hopefully have like another spa day, to where girls can get their fingers painted and, braid in their hair, and just to make them feel all the things that we wanted to feel growing up.
For sure.
Well, I think that the things you're talking about self-care and self-talk, like those are things that are, I think, very relatable for women at all ages. And what a great, to give them that foundation at a young age, so they already have those tools, because like the world is going to keep throwing stuff at us, and the better we're able to, be kind to ourselves, like treat ourselves the way we would treat a friend instead of being so hard on ourselves.
Absolutely. And finding that community too, because I think they've really found love between each other. So it's not just positive self-talk from them, it's positive self-talk from the whole group. If somebody's feeling down, they'll go to them and be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What's going on? And it's just beautiful to see like a third grader and a kindergartner do that, or a second grader and a first grader. I love it. It's great.
Yeah. So in the current school year, Promesa is kindergarten through third grade, right? And then next year we'll add fourth grade and keep adding grades. And so how will Girl Talk kind of evolve as, there's like a wider range of ages on campus?
Yeah, I think we've been talking about that recently, because we have realized, even with just kinder and third grade, that kinders and first and second and third sometimes have different things they want to talk about. And it's sometimes difficult to balance that, but we want to get to everybody. So we have talked about continuing the club next year, and making sure that every semester, maybe at the first semester, I think we talked about doing, what did we talk about doing?
So like next year, like first semester, having it be all inclusive to really just set the tone for the year. Absolutely. Kind of let them know, hey, like we want to focus on, X, Y, and Z. And then the following quarters afterward, I think it'll be like 4 quarters again, going through and like, okay, like we're going to do kinder and first, the second quarter, and second and third, and then fourth. And hopefully we can try to meet everybody's needs and what they need to talk about.
Absolutely.
Because and hopefully too, like with our partnerships with Girls Inc., they'll be able to come and help us apply that differentiation to the girls.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's exciting, I guess, as the school community grows. but yeah, it's a different set of challenges at different ages.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, well, I want to ask, like, sort of, I mean, we've been talking, very specifically about Girl Talk, but like, Girl Talk is within the context of what's happening at Promesa.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you all, like, as a teacher and a counselor, if you could talk about, like, what is it like to work at Promesa, where there's this environment and where you can create something like Girl Talk Club.
Yeah, no, I think Ambika has created a great environment. I mean, I love working here. I know you love working here. It's beautiful to see how our kids run in every single day, and they're so incredibly excited to be here. Sometimes we're even not even out the doors yet, and they're trying to get into the building. I'm like, guys, give me 1 second. But it's beautiful to see. And it's beautiful to see in our staff too. We've created such a diverse group of people who are all meeting and who are all trying to teach the whole child and grow the whole child. And I think that's just a testament to Ambika for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is a curated space for not only the staff but the students too. Like, she quite literally like handpicks the people to work here to ensure that, like, the vision is aligned and the values that we all hold are very similar, and you can feel it when you walk through the doors, we're all very busy,
Yeah.
but when we do see each other, we are, we're friends in school, we meet after school, we do things together outside of work. And I think that just speaks to the level of community that we're still building,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it really comes through. So, well, I hope that families who are hearing this interview, like families who like stumble across the blog post, like hopefully they're getting more curious about Promesa. So I was wondering if you could offer advice for families who are thinking about enrolling their children at Promesa. Like what steps should they take?
Yeah, I know that recently we've been having tours on Wednesdays and Fridays and on the weekends. So you can always just call and get a tour. I know either Ambika or our enrollment coordinator, Jessica, will be able to give a tour. Or you could just go online to promesaacademy.org. And there will be a sheet that'll basically tell you, hey, I'm filling this out. My kid's in this grade and I want to tour this day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
said it all.
She said it all.
I was just tabbing over to the website so I can grab the phone number and stick that on the screen. I didn't plan ahead. I had the website ready, but not the phone number. So
I'm sorry.
Okay. And then so for anybody listening on the podcast, it's 210-942-1700 is the phone number for Promesa. But yeah, like Brianna said, promesaacademy.org is the website, and that's got the link to sign up for tours.
Yeah. I know that we have some wait lists right now, though. I think we have 2nd through 4th wait lists right now, if I'm not mistaken. But I also think we have spots available in kinder and first.
Mm-hmm.
So put yourself on the wait list. You never know.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'm so impressed with what Ambika and the whole team, what y'all have been building. And I was kind of watching from afar, and then, as the pandemic kind of, tapered off, I was able to come on campus last fall. I was just so impressed with like the warmth and the caring, and, just that, like, every staff member is really committed to the well-being of the students, and, taking care of the whole child, like Brianna said.
Yeah, we've come a long way. I mean, we used to just be in a modular building, and now we have 2 buildings. We've come a long way. And again, I just think it's a testament to Ambika and all the staff members, really. We do really all know each kid's names. It's weird when you see like a 3rd grade teacher talking to like a 1st grade kid, and I'm like, how did you even know their names?
Yeah.
But we have so many brothers and sisters here. We just
Cousins.
Cousins. Oh yeah, we have so many kids with cousins, brothers and sisters. It's just awesome to see that everybody really truly does care about the children and their well-being, and it's just not education, it's everything. So again, I think that's just why I love Promesa so much.
Yeah. So for Girl Talk Club, There might be another spa day before the end of the school year.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Yes.
yeah.
Asking
Oh,
of,
yes.
like,
Keep a
is there
lookout."
gonna be another one? And we're like, yeah, we should do, because it's like there are some girls that have like continued to sign up, so
Yeah.
they're in it this quarter as well, but we do have a lot of new faces, and you know, it's only right that we would do it again for them, and you know,
Because we do have some of the old girls being like, well, last time we did this. Can we do it again? And we're
Yeah.
like, okay, we can do it again.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. Keep a lookout.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I'll be excited to see what you come up with, how Girl Talk evolves next year. You know, what new activities you come up with and what you do with your partners and stuff like that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put it up on the screen one more time, permesaacademy.org. That's how folks can learn more about the school, how to enroll, and at sacharmos.com. That's where the new blog post is talking about Girl Talk Club. So, thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Brianna.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, pleasure.
Okay, take care.